This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
You're listening to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Say hello to our friends at 103.3 The Fort Rocket in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Also 105.3 The Bear in Blacksburg, Virginia. And our friends at 96.5 WCMF in Rochester, Rochester's classic rock station. All right, coming up, we've got the return of Who Sucks Less. The Word Goes 50 slang, and today we've got a men's room double blank question. It did not shock me to find out blank was into blank, as we find out that the guy who played Barney the Dinosaur now runs a tantric sex business. $350, 3 to 4 hours. Female clients only will get a ritual bath, a chakra balancing, and a massage, and then mind-blowing orgasms without a condom from one Mr. David Joyner.
He's a prostitute.
Yes, he is. That's basically exactly
what he is.
So our question, it didn't shock me to find out the blank was into blank.
We have a comment that came in and says, I had a friend, John, in quotes, he was into midgets. He saw a midget stripper, and he was hooked.
Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't seem that crazy.
No, it doesn't seem crazy. I think it's just crazy to him. Like, dude, I want to be with a little person. That's it.
Yeah.
You ever been with a little person?
No.
Neither have I.
Okay.
No, I have no story for it.
I was like, okay, go ahead, say it. If you're going to say it now. This is your window.
Hello, Tracy. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Okay. So I kind of locked this one back into the far recesses of my memory, but you guys happily jogged it out of there.
Oh, good.
I'll try this non-cursing thing. I just got off work. I work at a school, and so once I'm off work, it's like...
You just need to curse.
Right. It's like to curse.
Wait, what do you do at the school? You're a teacher?
I work with students with autism, actually.
Okay.
Oh, very cool.
So it did not shock me to find out that my roommate was into pterodactyl porn.
Pterodactyl porn?
Pterodactyl porn.
Come on, man. I mean, come on. What? What were the images that you even look at?
I'm looking. Hold on.
Oh, Miles is about to Google it. Pterodactyl porn.
You won't feel good about yourself.
So you have witnessed this.
Yeah. So I got this new roommate. This was about in 2014. And he seemed like a pretty chill guy, although he was like a loner. And I decided one day while he was out that I was going to kind of, figure out this guy.
Why did you? No, wait. Why did you want to figure this guy out? Like, would you do this for any roommate, or was there some red flag where you felt like it was necessary?
I can't quite put my finger on it, but there was just something about this dude. I was like, he told me that he hasn't had a girlfriend. He was in his 40s. He said he hadn't had a girlfriend for like 7 years, never really talked about women. So at first I just thought, oh, he's gay. Like, that's cool. And then I was like, no, he's not, though, because he doesn't, I don't know. So I went through his bedroom, and the excuse I used to myself to make myself feel better was that he had borrowed one of my DVDs and hadn't given it back.
Tracy, by the way, as you're describing this, Miles put up pterodactyl porn.
I'm just telling you that I'm signed into Google.
I don't know what to make of this.
I don't either, but they know I'm looking at this now.
That is,
I'll be darned.
It's not sexy.
I'm really behind the times here. Yes, I know. It's 2 pterodactyls and 1 woman.
What the hell, man?
I'm sure they just met in a park.
Jesus.
How do you even get into that?
I'm not sure.
Oh, no.
But you had a sneaking suspicion that, he was just into something? You just couldn't put your finger on it?
Couldn't put my finger on it, so I start snooping through his room one day while he's out, and I'm like, I'm going to find something on this guy. And I looked in his DVD player, and there was this weird, I knew it was porn, and it had, like, dinosaurs on it. And I was like, this is a little weird, but, some guys are into, like, anime kind of stuff. And so I was like, well, that's hilarious. So I did what I shouldn't have done, and I popped it in.
No pun intended.
And I Words can't describe what I saw. That
No. We saw the stills.
No, you're right. There are not words to explain.
Like,
what you're
where do you
seeing.
get that costume? You know what I mean? Like, where does one transform into a pterodactyl like that?
I don't know if I'm more amazed that he's into it or it exists.
Both?
Yeah.
I have no idea, but I mean, there were beaks going in and out. I just.
How long did you watch it?
I watched the whole thing, and then I got on the phone and I was talking to my friend and giving like a commentary.
I have a question.
Like,
is there other dinosaurs involved? Is it just the pterodactyl? Do any other, like a stegosaurus show up? Or
Barney show up?
Is it just strictly pterodactyls?
I love
it was
you.
mainly just, your standard pterodactyl porn, I guess.
So not the raunchy pterodactyl porn. This is just the standard that you would share with the kids.
Yeah, exactly. It was the classy kind of pterodactyl porn.
So you call your friend. I mean, what do you say? Like, hey, dude, I just watched a pterodactyl porn.
Yeah, I was like, you're not going to believe this. And she's like, what? Like all scared that something terrible was happening. And I was like, I'm watching my roommate's porn right now. And she's like, why? And I go, just never mind that. Okay, just listen. And it's pterodactyl porn, and you have got to come over here and watch
Right
it.
now. Stop what you're doing.
Whatever you're doing.
Yes.
Stop it right now and get here.
Yes, she was at work, so she couldn't. But
Did you talk? Did you talk to
hilarious.
him about this at all?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Wait, how much longer did you live with this guy, knowing that he's in the pterodactyl porn? Like, did you invite him to watch Jurassic Park just to see if he'd get an erection?
Listen, I'm telling you right now. Do you ever go to the museum where there's dinosaurs? You ever been to a
Yeah,
museum?
Natural History Museum.
All right.
Sure.
Okay, here's what they always do at the museums now. It's the latest fad, right? At the very end of it, most of the things you've seen are available in like a stuffed animal form,
Of course,
or
yeah.
a shot glass, or something like in the gift shop.
Now
so
in
to speak.
latex sex dolls.
So if you're going to see any dinosaurs, man, you got a golden opportunity to pick up a stuffed animal. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you ever think about doing that, though? Like buying him a stuffed pterodactyl? Not saying anything, just,
Putting it in his room.
That's what you know what? That's actually a really good idea. I should have just bought like a pterodactyl plushie and sat it on his bed. Just as kind of like a passive-aggressive way to say, I know what you're into.
Well, you could have left us. I like it, too.
So you didn't talk to him about this?
It was this is my invitation. Bring it over to my room.
He put the ass in Jurassic.
Is he still your roommate?
What was that?
Is he still your roommate?
No, absolutely not.
What does he do?
I did live with him for a good year and a half after that, actually.
Okay.
After that. So, but every time, look, once I know you like pterodactyl porn, and listen, I don't care, but there's no chance that when I look at you, the first thought on my mind isn't, that's the dude who likes pterodactyl porn. I wouldn't care if it's my own kid. Before I even acknowledge their name, I'd be like, that's the dude that likes pterodactyl porn. Oh, hey, son, but in that order.
But as a roommate, that's not the worst thing. Because, it's super weird. But I would worry about him being into, like, other stuff.
Right, I
or
don't think
coming on
anything
to
bad's
me.
going to happen, but it's just, this is a guy that likes pterodactyl porn.
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious, and I still do, but, I'm not going to fault the guy for wanting to go back in time.
The Urban Dictionary has an interesting definition for pterodactyl.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. It
No,
makes
what
sense.
is it?
You don't want to know.
Let me read this.
Yeah, no, but it basically just says,
Oh, wow. Yeah, we can't even begin to explain what that is. There's no way to clean that up.
I'll be damned. Does he have a girlfriend? Did he ever have one? Did he ever have a girlfriend?
Actually, yes. He got a girlfriend that was really, really hot.
Did she have long linear features?
Or like a big
when
ass
you
nose?
looked at her, did you think she kind of looks like a pterodactyl?
Well, she couldn't fly. At least I'm assuming.
Well, like mine said, she have a big nose.
The motion is what's supposed to make you look like you're flying when you're doing things.
Oh, God.
That's what the definition
That's
is.
kind of right. It looks like you're flapping your wings.
Like you're getting ready to take off. Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, so I actually ended up moving out after that, year and a half, because he was, really, really into this girl, and she had a bunch of kids, and he had to move all the kids in, and I was like, I'm out. So it was actually the bringing of all the children in that got me to move out and not the pterodactyl porn.
You hear that, kids? You're more disturbing. If you are not the biological parent of a child, you as a kid are more disturbing than pterodactyl
So
porn.
he now runs a rescue. Is that what you're telling me?
God damn, man.
Sex is so good, you can all stay here.
Pterodactyl.
Well, have to
I
tell
knew
you
nothing
something.
about that.
I have 13 kids at home. No problem. 12 different Come on, bring them all in. This sex is so great, I don't care.
And is he the pterodactyl?
I don't know, because the images we got, I guess.
Yes, he's the pterodactyl.
Yeah, you'd be the pterodactyl. I mean, but
Like
listen,
here, Ted.
He's
Here's,
with a hot chick, all right?
But look at
So-
the pterodactyl just coming in right here. Here he
wow.
is, right there. That's crazy, right?
I guess my question.
Oh, look at the
You
pterodactyl.
got actual video
oh,
now.
I know. That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable.
That's not hot.
But the problem is, you can I like certain animals, but I don't want to watch them in porn.
No.
No.
Do you think HR could see me from this? See, we're looking at here. God damn. Man, I have got a boring ass sex life.
I really do.
I just have nothing on what's going on out there. in
But
the
that
world.
didn't do anything for me.
It didn't do anything for me
I'm not
either.
jealous that he's into porn. I'm not.
No, not that porn.
pterodactyl porn.
I just can't imagine that this would be what it would take me to get to where I needed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what do I do like at home when I don't have a pterodactyl? You know what I mean? Like what do I?
When do you figure out, though, that like, look, through the normal course of life, different things will arouse you more than other things. That part's understood, but generally, there's kind of a natural progression of things. Like, you could go look at porn, and then you see other porn associated with it. You could open a freaking Penthouse or Playboy. Maybe there's a blonde, maybe there's a brunette, maybe there's a redhead. Penthouse, maybe it's two chicks, whatever. But at what point? Where do you go where it's like, ooh,
we have
pterodactyl?
That's
you
what I'm
follow
I'll tell
what
you
I'm
where you
saying?
go.
Yes, 100%. Like, I'm
But
with you.
when
How did
does
you
it
get into
happen?
this?
And not even just dinosaurs, like specifically a pterodactyl.
You're not going to Thailand. You're going to the Smithsonian. You're going to the museum in D.C. to see that damn thing's bones. I will tell you, simply because.
But how do you know you're into it?
I don't know.
What's the moment when you looked at a pterodactyl and be like, man, I don't know what it is about this leathery ass thing,
Yeah.
but if I could see that having sex with a woman, I'd be in my good place.
It's like
Game
when
on.
you just never. I mean, you.
No, you don't know.
You
but
don't
that's
know,
the
but
thing.
you okay? Like
I'd
the guy,
be pissed.
the guy who says, "Yeah, me and my friend would go to Thailand every year for a couple weeks."
Right.
I knew it.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like I knew it. I mean, I didn't know what it was,
You know what it is.
But
this
everybody
doesn't-
does.
But that doesn't surprise me that this is your mechanism.
But pterodactyl,
But pterodactyls is
Yeah.
different.
like that one, yeah, threw me for a loop.
Beaches are lovely at the Smithsonian. It didn't shock me to find out the blank was into blank. 844-999-OLA. More of your calls on the way. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Hola, bitches. You're listening to the Men's Room.
Barney the dinosaur, now a tantric sex guru. And I guess some people thought that, maybe he was into some weird stuff. They didn't know what that would lead to, but they weren't surprised when they found out that the guy playing Barney the dinosaurs for over a decade, David Joyner, is now charging clients about $350 for a 3 to 4 hour, quote, sex session.
Yeah, he's not a tantric guru. He's a prostitute.
And he's making pretty
Right, I
good
mean,
money.
yeah,
Got
he's
2 to
making-
3 clients a week, and he takes care of them 3 to 4 hours at a time.
He just puts a different spin on it.
Yes, he
But in
does.
the end, he's a prostitute.
Our question today, it didn't shock me to find out the blank was into blank. 844-999-OLA.
We had a woman who just called and said she discovered that a former roommate of hers was into pterodactyl porn.
Correct.
Yep.
This might shock you, but a few comments came in. It says, it never fails. There's always something on this show every day that just makes me go, what? I met one of the pterodactyl porn stars. He came in and taught one of my human sexuality classes. One of the kids asked what was the weirdest porn he'd ever been in, and pterodactyl porn was it. Another kid exclaimed, I've seen that one. Pterodactyl porn. I have never deleted my browser history so fast. And then someone says, I know how people get into weird porn. They hear some guys talking on the radio about it, get curious, look it up, and boom, you're hooked
It's
on
already
pterodactyl.
there. Anything that we bring up is already available. We talked about
Yeah,
dinosaurs.
but a lot of people would not. Look, it was already there. Were you familiar with pterodactyl porn before today? I was not.
But that's not our fault. That's on them. Like, we heard the guy talk about it. I don't plan on going home and looking it up.
No.
Whatever, Ted.
Those perverts need to stop.
That's right.
It's already in my
It
browser
didn't shock me to
history.
find out blank was into blank. 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Keith. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
Hey, yeah. Kind of a weird story, but it was my ex-roommate, and he was always a cool guy. Known him for a couple of years and all this stuff. And when we moved in together, he had a bunch of stuffed animals. And I thought it was kind of weird. We're 21.
For any adult, especially a dude. Come on.
Yeah, a dude. Okay, especially teddy bears.
How many did he have? Like, roughly, if you had to guess, how many stuffed animals?
I'd probably say about a dozen.
That's a little weird, man.
Were they big ones, little ones? I mean, what did
They were all sizes. He had the Beanie Babies all the way up to the big one.
Did you ever ask him about that? Like,
Yeah,
hey,
he
man.
just said his mom gave it to him.
Some people go to the strip club.
Right.
He goes to Vermont Teddy Bear.
Yeah, I guess so. But so one day, and I don't know if this is a shock, but I'll get into it. But one day, we're just playing video games, and he's all like, "Oh, I'm gonna go in and take a nap," and I'm like, "Okay, we haven't even been drinking or anything. Okay, whatever." And so I was playing video games for about 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and I was like, I need a beer. We ain't got none in the fridge. I didn't have a car at that time. So I was like, okay, I need him to take me to the store because my ass ain't walking to the store. So I didn't knock on his door. And I opened the door, and he had this teddy bear.
Oh, no.
In a particular situation, which you ever seen like a little dog tear into like a stuffed animal? Or
Sure.
something?
Yeah, they
of
bite it
course.
and they shake their head. And
Yep. Well, he had his hand on the head of the teddy bear, and his pants were about halfway or down to his knees. And
Did you make eye contact?
Yeah.
Sweet. That's the best part of that whole thing right there. The eyes meet.
He looked up at me and he turned ghost white. I swear to God, I seen a bead of sweat running off his face. I just shut the door quietly and I walked to the store.
You did walk.
Did you guys talk about this
Yes,
at all?
I walked for a good couple hours before I even went back.
I gotta ask, logistically, like, is he cutting holes in the bears? I mean, I don't understand how a stuffed animal.
No, man, I did not get into that. I did not want to ask.
Was it ever spoken of? Was it ever spoken of again?
No, I moved out 3 days later.
3 days.
Wow.
Yes.
Did you move out because
that was a little disturbing to me? It's just I like my fun stuff, but to would have been a blow up doll or something like that.
Teddy bear crosses the line.
Whatever. I'll shut the door. But a freaking teddy bear.
So you couldn't take it. That was it. That was the deal breaker.
I was done.
Have you ever talked to him since?
No.
Okay, never ran into him.
No.
Okay, interesting.
No Facebook. No nothing.
Don't care. Don't want to know.
Damn, man.
Don't want to know. You live your life. I'm good.
Would you be shocked if you're in a mall and you walk by a Build-A-Bear and there he was, like the general manager?
You know what? I'll never forget that day. It's burned in the back of my head.
Okay.
I mean, you'd think you'd go to, like, just be a full-on furry.
Right.
I'm sure he probably has. How long ago was this?
Oh, I'm 44 now, so 23 years ago.
Yeah, I bet he does. I bet he does that now when you think. Because now there's
I don't
conventions
know,
and now
because-
it's...
But he might have a thing for specifically the teddy bears.
Right, he likes teddy bears.
I still don't want to talk to the dude because it did freak me out and creep me out, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I got creeped out right now.
Damn, man. That's,
Should we look and see if this is already a thing?
But
He hit it right
it's
in the
gotta be.
childhood.
It's gotta be. Teddy bear porn for sure, man.
Oh, God, here we go. Oh, no, I can't believe it. Here. Oh, no. No.
That's not right. That's not right.
No. Oh, boy.
Boy, you want to ruin your childhood.
Man,
Check that one
wow.
out.
Yeah, but
what
those
happened?
are-
This was supposed to be about serial killers. I mean, this show was supposed to be about, like,
I
weird
still
people
think
down the
that's less
street.
disturbing than the dude doing what he was doing to that teddy bear.
Okay. It doesn't shock me to find out blank was into blank. I have to clear the cookies again on this thing. 844-999. Hold on.
You ever seen those giant teddy bears you can get at Costco?
I believe I just saw one in the picture.
They're awesome.
Apparently.
It seems that way. Yeah, I saw it doing things that I never knew it was intended for.
Yeah.
No.
God damn it.
Yes.
Hello, Ryan. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
All right. So, I've been in the Navy for about 7 years, so I've met some pretty strange people in my day. This story comes from, I think it was either 2013 or 2014. I was out on a smaller ship. It was a destroyer, and we'd been out to sea for maybe like 2.5 weeks. And so for those of you who don't know, there's a couple of watches that get stood underway, and two of them that I was responsible for basically supervising on my watch were the helmsman, which is the guy who drives the ship, and then the aft lookout, who literally you just stare at the water in case someone falls overboard, basically.
Okay. And this is 24 hours. This is 24 hours.
No, it's we did 5 hours at a time. It was like 5 on, 10 off.
But it's maintained 24 hours a day, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
So it was probably like 3 o'clock in the morning, and so the helmsman and the aft lookout, they'll rotate, so it's just not one guy standing out there for 5 hours getting bored. So when the weather gets really bad, they go from standing outside, like out in the skin of the ship, they'll go up to the helicopter control tower. And so it starts raining, so the guy calls up to me and asks if he can go, and I was like, yeah, go ahead. So, and I said, make sure you establish communication with me once you get up there, though. So about 20 minutes goes by, and I don't hear anything from him, so I'm, calling him. I'm not hearing anything. So I tell the guy in charge of me, I'm like, hey, I'm going to go back there and, see if this guy's back there, if he fell asleep or what's going on. So I walk back to the helicopter control tower and open the door, and I see the guy having a good time with himself, so I immediately close the door. And he was, I opened it about 2 minutes later, and he had, tucked it back into his pants. And so I'm like, dude, like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, yeah, I just had to stay awake somehow, so whatever. So I kind of, try not to think about it. So I go up there, and the guy's like, oh, is he good? And I'm just like, oh, yeah, he's fine. So it's his turn to drive the ship. And I try not to say anything to him, but I just couldn't help myself. So I go up to him. I'm like, dude, like, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I was watching nugget porn. And I kind of looked at him. I was like, what the hell is nugget porn? And he explained to me it was his favorite type of porn, and it involves a girl who has no arms or no legs.
I thought you were going to tell me that it involved delicious chicken nuggets.
That's what I thought, too.
I was hoping
you might have to be able to put your penis in it.
Wow. Okay. Huh.
So I kind of looked at him, and like I said, this guy was already weird. He would spend, all his free time on this website. I think he said it was, bangme.net or something.
But you
it
chose...
wasn't even,
But you had no problem letting this guy driving a $1 billion vehicle on the high seas.
Some of the Navy's finest drive those things. But, it was just... And I started thinking about it. Now, we're out in the middle of the ocean and had been for several days, so this isn't something that he just Googled. No, this is something that he had, saved on his phone for when the time is right.
Yeah?
When the mood strikes.
He said it's his favorite porn.
Do you think this guy was on lookout when all these ships keep running into, cargo ships and stuff like that?
It was a little bit before that, but, definitely probably not a good watch to be looking at nugget porn on.
That's why I was asking you if it was 24 hours, because I'm like, with all these safeguards in place, how do these boats keep running into stuff?
Ted, let me ask you this. Now, Ted, you went to the Bunny Ranch. You've been there twice, right?
Correct.
And basically,
3 times.
you can find 3 times. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
You can find pretty much anything you're looking for. If you wanted a quadruple amputee, is that available? If I'm in the nugget porn,
I did not see
is the
one.
Bunny Ranch right? Is that even a place I can go to satisfy that?
I didn't see one.
Right.
But I'm sure one of the girls could put on
I was going to say,
a
is it part of the
sweatshirt
menu?
and hide her arms.
Is it part of the menu, or I guess that's probably, you don't need that.
I mean, I heard nugget porn for the first time 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, me too. I did not realize
I was
that
really
was.
hoping it involved chicken.
That's what I thought.
Well, part of me is happy it didn't. Because the other guy kind of ruined a childhood thing in teddy bears.
Yeah.
I didn't want that guy to ruin childhood things as in nuggets.
The difference
The only thing I
is-
know nuggets are for, are weed, chicken nuggets,
Yeah, that's it. Boogers.
gold nuggets.
Right? Yeah, that's
Can't
about
you call
it.
kids little nuggets?
You can, if you're really hungry. Come here, my little nuggets.
Didn't shock me to find out blank was in the blank. 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Juan. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bicholas.
Hola.
Happy New Year, fellas.
Yeah, Juan, how are you, buddy?
Well, I survived it.
Yes, you did.
Thrill, you let me down. You didn't go, man.
I didn't go where? Oh, New Year's Eve. Yeah. I'll do tons of blow with you. Listen, it's not that I don't like the idea, but pesky kids do. I mean, that's the longer you take them out of the equation. Me and you, we still have burning nostrils.
Hey, no, I wasn't surprised that my cousins were gay. 2 guys and 1 girl.
Okay.
Yeah, well...
Did they think you didn't know? Like, did they make some big announcement coming out of the closet?
Yeah, they made a big announcement coming out. And they, my uncles, my aunts, and me and my brother just look at each other like, okay, and they're all expecting us to be all surprised. Like, no, dude, because when my cousin was playing hopscotch with our girl cousins and jump rope, our other cousin was over there with the slingshots, breaking bottles, breaking windows. The girl cousin was with us, and the guy cousin was over there, jumping rope, playing hopscotch and dolls.
Okay.
Oh, we had the same thing, man. Had an uncle, big moment to announce to everyone, hey, man, I'm gay. He comes out of the closet. And we're like, we're actually insulted that you think we didn't know. You've lived with the same guy for 24 years, right? I mean, you've lived with the same guy for 24 years. You've gone everywhere. Like, we know. We figured you knew that we knew. We didn't even know this was like a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you thought you were in the closet. Like, man, you were standing, I don't know, in the powder room or something. Like, you weren't in the closet.
Yeah, I'm with you.
When you visit us, you visit with your boyfriend.
Yeah.
It was pretty well established, and it was that way throughout my entire childhood. But I'm an adult when he makes this announcement, and I'm like, what? Is there anyone sitting here who he think didn't already know this? Mm-hmm. And I think he was let down that he didn't get the big response he expected. Really?
Sure.
Yeah, no kidding, dude. Guess what? Water's wet. You got anything else?
Didn't shock me to find out blank was into blank. 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Zach. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
All right. Hey. So, it did not shock me to find out that one of my sister's ex-boyfriends was a furry.
Was a furry?
Why were you not shocked? What was the giveaway to you?
It was a weird guy. All right,
Hello. Hello. Oh, no, I don't know why he is.
Now we don't know. By the way, a comment came in, and we're talking about nuggets. Right?
Yes.
And this guy says nugget porn, which I guess is the amputee porn. And this guy says, guess my 6-year-old daughter will no longer have the pet name Nugget. Thanks.
Oh, boy.
That's what I'm saying.
Sorry, man.
Call her Pumpkin.
Yeah, we didn't know.
Maybe not Google.
Don't say pumpkin.
Because there's pumpkin.
There's got to be pumpkin
Google
porn.
pumpkin porn.
People, there's
Google
pumpkin everything.
porn.
Google it right now.
It's going to be incestuous.
No.
You think?
Yeah.
I'm going to check it out now.
Because you're pumping kid.
No. Come on, Google. Don't fail me now.
I'm telling you right now.
I think it's just going to be
It's not going to be what you think
I think it's going to be some guy going to town on a pumpkin.
I think it's going to be pumpkin insertion.
I don't think we should Google anything else.
I don't know. Let's see what we got here.
I think you should make Miles do it. He's been Googling all the weird porn already.
Man, I've seen too much. It didn't shock me to find out the blank was into blank.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
844-999-OLA. What did you expect? More of your calls on the way. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Coming up, the return of Who Sucks Less and the Word. It goes 50 slang. Our question today, it did not shock me to find out the blank was into blank. 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Bob. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
How you gentlemen doing?
Lovely, sir. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Just got off work.
Okay.
All right. So I was with my ex for a little bit. And, there comes a time when you start getting into the freaky stuff.
All right.
So she tells me she's into shibari. You ever heard of that?
Negative.
Well, it's Japanese rope bondage.
Japanese rope bondage. All right. What separates it from other rope bondage?
Well, apparently it's like an art form as far as how you tie someone up so they don't get hurt and so it feels good and bad at the same time.
Okay.
Well, so I'm like, all right, cool. I'll go out into the garage, grab some nylon. She's like, no. So then this gets better. I go on Amazon because you're like, you got to use special stuff. So there's like this silk rope you can get, right? They've been making it for hundreds of years or something. So I get the silk rope. Well, let's just say whenever you buy silk rope and a Shibari book from Amazon, your suggestions from that point forward are going to be interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, I bet they are. How was Shibari? Is this something that you would continue to do now that you're not with her?
Honestly, I got to say thank you, Boy Scouts. You know, some of those knots came in handy.
Yeah, but they did. Okay, now let me ask you: where did she learn about this? Where a previous boyfriend was into it, and is that how she got into it?
I didn't dive that deep into the background of it, but yeah, it's pretty interesting. Like, there's even like somebody that makes like shirts out of it, like just like a little piece of silk, and then they, tie up the tatas with some rope.
Okay.
Tie up the tatas with some rope.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So Shibari, all right. Yeah, I didn't know anything about that.
Never heard of it either. Again, I just feel like I'm way out of the loop on most of today's show.
We're not living, man. We are not living. That's our problem.
I do like, though, that sounds safer than just tying each other up.
Well, sure. He said it's some art form and all the rest of that. And obviously the Boy Scouts came into play. Listen, I think if you had said that to Boy Scouts at the time, they'd be a lot more apt to learn the knots.
We really thought it was going to be like someone was found, like a hoarder, buried in their own trash in their home down the road.
Garden variety weird stuff.
Yeah, we had no idea where this one was going. It didn't shock me to find out blank was into blank. 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Marvin. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, how you doing?
Hola.
So what did you discover?
So, we used to party over at my buddy's house a lot. And I mean a lot when I was little. And one day, we go to school, and everybody's like, hey, dude, did you hear about the car guy? I was like, the car guy? Like, yeah, this guy who loves to love the cars. So, he shows me the video. It's on YouTube if you guys ever want to look it up. He shows me the video, and I'm like, oh, man, I totally know that car. Well, it finds out that the dude that loves to make love to cars is my buddy's neighbor. And it explained the classical music going on at night.
The classical music?
Wait, he played classical music when he had sex with a car?
Yes, he did actually.
Again, logistics.
Once again, bedroom colors, here are the 7 words you can't say on the radio. Sucker, mother, and please keep those words in mind when calling. Now, back to the program.
Yeah, no F-bombs there, but what kind of car was it? I mean, was it a probe?
Well, he actually had a bug, like Herbie the Love Bug, and it was a female because its name was Aurora. It had like the same stripes, same color white. It just had the license plate Aurora on it. And then he had a red pickup truck, like a 1990s Ford pickup, and it had a Lion King slogan on the back. It was like Mufasa on the Pride Rock.
Oh my goodness!
And it was the weirdest thing.
Getting weirder.
Wow!
This day is just getting weirder. It didn't shock me to find out blank was into blank.
Hola! The shenanigans continue on the Men's Room Radio Network.